Greetings, people. It's Mr. Paul the Trigger yet again on another episode of the Enlightenment series. So, apparently, the prodigal father has returned, lost and found, and he only comes at times like this when his boss has assigned him to come and just kind of change the narrative. But this time around, Samson is wiser. Jeremiah Omoto is trying, shame. He is pulling all the strings necessary that he possibly can to kind of try to change people's focus on the case of baby testimony, particularly the case of the Mercy Land in Zambia. But okay, we shall give him what he needs. If he wants us to address these things, we might as well just address them. But let me tell you, Papa J, Mr. Owomomo, you are not too much of an intellect that is smart enough to make us shift focus. We just sometimes dance along to your useless tactics and strategies to take our attention from the main thing, just so that we can sometimes encourage you and inspire you, hoping that one day, a day that is yet to come, that is just around the corner, you just release baby testimony in whatever way that you want. So if we do not dance along to some of your damage control techniques, we might be making it difficult for you to make that decision to give us baby testimony. So for that, let's give you what you need and what you deserve. So now he has brought Mr. Ayo back. Remember, Ayo is just a rat in a lab. He's just that one man that they use when they want to do this level of damage control, when they just want people to shift their attention, or when they want that second voice that can second some of their narratives that they would have put across. Like recently, they have been peddling, like in the previous damage control that Jeremiah Omoto's team has been doing, they have been peddling the narrative that Ruth Matthews sold the child. So for them to cement that narrative, they've realized that it's a damage control that has gone wrong, that has gone south. Now they've brought the ex-husband. To those of you who are catching me for the first time, there's a particular gentleman in Nigeria who's called Alfred Ayo, one of the most despicable and useless men in the land of Nigeria in the context of fatherhood. So this man is apparently the father of Ruth Matthews' boys. She's the father of the 4 boys that Ruth Matthew has. He is the man that actually bedded. Let's make this clear so that you people understand the man that we're talking about. This man called Alfred Ayo is the one that bedded Sister Ruth Matthew 4 consecutive times and made Sister Ruth Matthew pregnant 4 consecutive times and made Sister Ruth Matthew give birth 4 consecutive times in her condition. Not to say that her condition, she can't do it, but I just want you to put the logistics into consideration, that you, as well as you are, as properly functional as you are, as able as you are, you probably can't even make 2 kids because you fear the pains and the complications. But, regardless of Sister Ruth Matthew being on a wheelchair, she managed. That's how strong she is. She managed to carry these 4 kids for this particular man called Alfred Ayo. Alfred Ayo can go missing, can go offline for a very long time. To actually put this into perspective, Alfred Ayo has been offline since 2019 when baby testimony got missing. The only time we heard from Alfred Ayo is after Jeremiah Omoto bought him an Android phone, because the reason why he says he was absent or he was not voicing out about the missing child was because he did not have an Android phone. So recently, when we started talking about the issue of baby testimony, Jeremiah Omoto and his team, they found a way to capture Ayo and use Ayo against Sister Ruth Matthew and use Ayo against his own family. Because Ayo is a very desperate vagabond and a destitute in the streets of Nigeria. He has no life of his own. So with this proposal that came from Jeremiah Omoto's team, it came in as a way out of his poverty to say, if there is money that I can be given for me to just speak against my wife, for me to just accuse my wife, so give me that money and let me do whatever that you want me to do. So these Jeremiah Omoto's people, they constantly use this a vagabond of a father called Ayo when they want to send their message, or when they want to kind of steer the atmosphere and get people's attention kind of diverted. So in this time, The last time he came, he was saying Ruth Matthew and Emmanuel Marcus. This time around again, he's coming, confirming that indeed Ruth Matthew sold the child. This time around, he's saying Ruth Matthew and Emmanuel Marcus. To those of you who know Emmanuel Marcus, I'm sure you people are now familiar with all these names. Ayo is now coming saying Emmanuel Marcus collaborated with Ruth Matthew to sell baby testimony. I'll play the video for you after I finish speaking what I want to talk about this gentleman called Alfred Ayo. In Nigeria, we have 15 useless men, 15 useless fathers, and Mr. Ayo happens to be 14 of them. He's a very shameless father that he has allowed himself to be used by Jeremiah Omoto to come and disgrace his wife. He is a man that has no character at all. For the past 3 years, he has never raised any concerns about his child, about his missing child. If there was a way that we can all gather and come up with a program to castrate men like Mr. Ayo, I'll gladly fund that program. Because Mr. Ayo does not deserve to be called a father. He does not even deserve the opportunity from any other woman to give him a child. This is a man who has no regard for his own children. This is a man who has abandoned his children for the longest time ever, and he has never played the fatherhood role in the lives of these boys. Ruth Matthew has been the mother. She has played the role of the father. Ruth Matthew has made sure that her kids are well taken care of through her own efforts and her hard working. And this man called Ayo at this stage and this particular moment in time, he thinks he has the right to voice out, to talk about baby testimony, to say, now I want my bikini, give me back my children. Ayo does not have the capacity to even look after himself. The jacket that you see Ayo wearing and the t-shirt, all that was bought by Jeremiah Omoto's team. You know, Omoto has so much money to throw around. Since this money, he did not work for it. This is money that he has stolen from gullibles. This is money that he has manipulated gullibles. That's why it's easy for him to just throw it around, even to these other useless bloggers that do damage control for him. So in everything that you hear from this particular gentleman called Mr. Ayo, it's nothing that is worth taking into consideration or even discussing or debating about. We just bring this element, this vagabond called Ayo. Ayo does not deserve anyone's respect. He does not deserve your respect, does not deserve my respect. Because if he was a man, if he was man enough, he will be the last person to come and accuse Sister Ruth Matthew or lay baseless accusations on Sister Ruth Matthew to say she's the one that sold the child. And there's only one reason why Ayo is coming to utter all that nonsense is because he's being sponsored by Jeremiah Omoto for fame. They even created a Facebook page for him, which they are gradually promoting with money so that people can hear Ayo's voice. But no one really cares about Ayo because Ayo has nothing to say or to contribute to this conversation of his own child. He has absolutely nothing. He is captured. What shows you that Jeremiah Omoto captures everyone and try to use everyone against Sister Ruth Matthew? We can bring into question, where is God's love? What happened to God's love? I know they think we've forgotten about God's love or the case of God's love, but a day is coming when we are going to expose, not only expose, but put all these people to book. Because from the last broadcast that they did, God's love is supposed to be in prison. But I can tell you one thing for sure, God's love is in comfort. As we speak right now, he's enjoying his life because he played this role, even though he did not yield any results. But the time is coming, we will pick him up from wherever he is and bring him to real justice and bring him to the real book because he claimed or he did what he did, and they think they can just sweep this one under the carpet. And all those TV stations that you heard that carried the story, the false narrative, accusing Sister Ruth Matthew of having escaped Nigeria to South Africa with baby testimony, they are all going to dance to the music. They are all going to face the music. Even Ayo, who's being used to obstruct justice for Sister Ruth Matthew by being recorded by Jeremiah Omoto's media team to push this propaganda. that Sister Ruth Matthew is indeed the one who sold the child. His day is also coming. And this enjoyment that he is having with the small peanuts that he is getting from Jeremiah Omoto might not last for long, and will definitely not last for long. Sooner or later, you realize that he joined the wrong team, the losing team. Everyone on Jeremiah Omoto's team right now, they are on the losing team. One way or the other, they know for a fact that the Ruth Matthews team is the one that is going to conquer. Victory is ours. Baby Testimonies team, victory is ours. And we are going to conquer against all odds. We'll crush everything along our way. So I'll let you listen to the nonsense, to the gibberish that this gentleman that they call Ayo was saying concerning this issue of baby testimony, and how he was backing up the damage control that was recently done by Jeremiah Omoto of accusing Sister Ruth Matthew of having sold her own child. Just listen to the idiotic father called Alfred Ayo speaking.
Emmanuel, Marcus, and Ruth, they know wetin happen for my baby. Government, Nigeria, abeg make una help me. Good day, Nigeria. I don come again for this matter. As I dey talk am since, say e too like money. Na e don say now say na so go so the baby. Na wetin I dey talk, people dey laugh me. But I don come again, and today be July 28 for the court again. All those things wey I dey talk that time concerning Emmanuel, Marcus, and Ruth, they know wetin happen for my baby. Government, Nigeria, abeg make una help me. Meet Emmanuel, Marcus, and Ruth. Recently, Ruth don confess say na he stole my baby. Abeg make dem help me bring answer which person sold the baby to. Here Emmanuel, Marcus, na dem join hand together. Abeg make Nigeria, make dem help me. Make dem bring my baby for me. Na dey after my baby. I think I don see am say na truth. Make dem tell am say make e bring my baby for me. My testimony, make e bring am. All my children, I capable to train my children. Na me dey carry my children dey go school. Make dem go ask people from Igara where I come from. Na best is so far for Igara. Now I put my children. Go inland, now I put my children. Abeg make dem collect my children for me. Make you no go so another one again. So say deprive me as a father of the child. Say the man don die. I no die. Nigeria, I no die. See me. Na me dey here, I no die. I dey alive and well. As far as Jesus leave me, I live also. Abeg, the matter dey pay me. My baby, just deprive me for my baby. Baby wey be say na God give me baby. They don deprive me for my baby. I no see my baby again. And the Christ is all those ones. People say na lie, they talk. My baby no miss. That God say the secret don leak now. Say the video come out. Say na him so my baby. Abeg, make dem help me. Make dem collect my baby for me. Abeg, my children still dey with her. Emmanuel, Trayo, and Shalom. Abeg, government, make dem help me. Make dem collect my baby for me. Make dem collect my children for me. Make e no come happen say another one come go sue another one again. Make e abeg make dem collect my children for me. Na my children now dey after. Make dem collect my children for me. Abeg. Wey all those things since the beginning of this matter, where we start dey lie up and down. Na don see am now say na lie. I still dey talk am. Ruth and Emmanuel, Marcus, dem know where my baby dey. Abeg, make dem collect my baby for me. He use all those wey e dey talk, use am dey find money na him dey find. No dey after my baby to get my baby. Na don see am now say wetin I dey talk that time na him dey happen now. Say my baby e dey in hand. Make dem find my baby for me. Nigeria, abeg, government, abeg make una help me. I don come out again. Abeg, make dem help me. Abeg, I take God beg you. I don come again for this baby matter. I don come again. Make dem help me. Abeg, Nigeria. I dey the court today the court. Make dem help me for the matter. I don hook my neck for my baby. How many to 2019 April 15 na the matter happen. Make dem collect my baby for me. All those wey people dey talk na lie, dey cash money. Na money dey find. No find my baby. Make dem arrest her. Both Emmanuel, Marcus, make dem provide my baby for me. Make I get my baby. Please, Nigeria, abeg. Thank you. Emmanuel, Marcus, and Ruth, dem know wetin happen for my baby. Government, Nigeria, abeg make una help me.
As you can see here, they are using an Android phone, if I should say, to record Mr. Ayo giving his own side of the story. But this is just a useless man that is not worth listening to. I know some of you might say, no, you can't be degrading someone's personality like that, but that's the best way to describe Mr. Ayo. How can we describe Mr. Ayo without using useless as a prefix to whatever description that we need to entail? That's what he really is for a father who loses a child and does nothing about it and only resurfaces when the case is hot to only take the side of the people who are being accused, who are being alleged to be responsible for this abduction syndicate. There's no any other better word other than useless. And when we say someone is useless, it's not an insult. We are just describing their nature, that these people cannot be used for anything constructive, hence useless. They're just being used for something that is useless. So don't take it personal. Don't think that I'm just being insultive or I'm insulting this particular gentleman. I'm just describing his character. The same way we describe Omoto as a charlatan, as a jackal. Those are not insults. Those are just descriptions that we attach or assign to specific people that have specific characters. So let's keep on focusing as we jump into Zambia. If you can take a look at the previous events that unfolded, they all started unfolding when we entered the land of Zambia, when we started investigating and digging deeper about what's happening at Mercyland Christian School. But we shall not be deterred. We are going back to Zambia. We are going back to Precious Lungu. We are going to dig deeper and deeper until we get to the bottom of this, until the truth is known, until we are all on the same page, until we get baby testimony. Like I always tell you, we will find baby testimony. And nothing can stop reggae. We will find baby testimony. Baby testimony, wherever you are, I know your spirit is at work. Just be rest assured, boy. We are coming for you. We are coming to rescue you. You will soon be reunited with your mommy and your brothers. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Till I catch you again on the next episode of the Enlightenment series, it's Mr. Pull the Trigger. I'm out.